My girlfriend 25 and I 27 have been dating for about 2 years. The first few months of the relationship was blissful, and for a while I thought she was the one for me. We lived together in the same 2-bedroom apartment, feeding off of each other's monthly salaries. I work as a junior sales representative while she does some receptionist work at a 3-star hotel a few blocks from where I live. With that, it was safe to say that we were doing okay financially and were ready to take our relationship to a whole new level. One day, she took me to her parents' house and we stayed there for 2 whole weeks. They were really nice to me and I enjoyed the mini vacation except for the no having sex under their roof part. But one thing I found interesting and a bit strange was how she was still in touch with family friends and all their children she had grown up with. In this group of friends, there was one guy that in my eyes stood out as a big threat to our relationship. His name was David. He was 6'2", dark and tall, with a habit of always whispering in my girlfriend's ear and making her laugh. On several occasions, my girlfriend's mother used to jokingly refer to him as my competition, a joke that I don't normally take lightly. This development bothered me, so I decided to ask my girlfriend about him. She brushed me off the second time, this time saying, "You worry too much. I only have eyes for you." I still had my doubts about him, but he managed to reassure me in the end. One day, she and her whole family went on a Bible camp retreat for 1 week in the woods. I didn't bother to tag along because I wasn't too big on Christianity, plus I wasn't invited. My girlfriend said that some of their family friends were coming to the camp too, including David's parents. I asked if David would be there and she said he wouldn't, so I didn't see any more reason to worry. 2 days into the retreat, calls to her number stopped going through. I tried and tried again, but still her phone was switched off. So I stopped trying and waited for her to come back. When she was back, I asked her about her phone being switched off all the time and she said, "We were in the woods. What do you expect?" So I didn't ask again. I also asked if David was there with them and she said he wasn't, so for a while I believed we were fine. Fast forward to about 2 months after her trip. I attended a birthday party of one of my closest friends at the club. There was a familiar face who kept on staring at me till I walked up to her to talk. She introduced herself as Angela and said we have met before at my girlfriend's dad's house. She was David's girlfriend who came with him on one of our visits to my girlfriend's house. We talked about a lot of things, and it turns out that I wasn't the only one who was insecure about my girlfriend and David's weird relationship. She told me how he left her all alone for 1 week in the name of some Bible camp she was sure my girlfriend also attended. I didn't tell her she was right or that my girlfriend had told me that David wasn't there. I just nodded in agreement to everything she said, too confused and betrayed to say another word. When I got home, I decided not to jump into any drastic conclusions. I needed leverage over her, some evidence to prove my doubts. So I decided to check her phone, which was the only place I could find what I was looking for. So one day when she was in the shower, I snooped, and as soon as I unlocked it, her messaging app immediately pops up on the screen with David's name being the first on the list. From the look of it, I realized they were fighting about something, but what? I decided to look deeper, and behold, there it was. The greatest betrayal I have ever experienced in my lifetime. She told him she was pregnant with his baby, but he denied it, saying that he wasn't the only partner she had. She told him that it wasn't possible for the baby to be mine, that she had done an ultrasound, and according to it, the timing wasn't right, as we weren't intimate during that 1 week of camp and a few weeks preceding and immediately after that week due to circumstances, but mostly because of her own reluctance. He then proceeded to blame her for seducing him throughout camp and told her that he wasn't ready to be a father just yet. After about a full page of insults and red-faced emojis, they both decided to pin the pregnancy on me. It was better for everyone that way since I loved kids so much and he didn't want anything to do with the child. I was shocked beyond words that I wasn't sure how I still managed to take a screenshot of the chat and send it to my phone before she was done showering. Following day, she dropped the bomb on me. She told me that she had news for me and didn't know if it was good or bad news, depending on how I would take it. Then she said she was pregnant. I wanted to react, to ask more questions, but I figured it's only going to make her suspicious. So I smiled and embraced her and said it was wonderful news. She went to work that day feeling happy and oblivious of what was really in my mind. I called my lawyer friend for advice, and he told me that I needed to order a prenatal paternity test via a court as proof that I wasn't the father, before the baby is born and she puts my name on the birth certificate. My brain was befuddled as I didn't know where to start. If I asked her nicely, she would know something was up and refuse. If I asked her forcibly, she would outrightly refuse. I couldn't think of anything else, so I decided to pack my bags and leave the house. She began to call my phone and tried so hard to reach me when she realized I was gone. I didn't pick up, blocking her number eventually. About a week since I left, she decided she was ready to announce to the world that she was expecting. Posting her baby's ultrasound on Facebook, she captioned it with a touching speech about the joys and sorrows of motherhood. Then she tagged me in the post. Someone asked who the father was in the comments, and that was when she began dragging me, telling everyone that I ran away and deserted my child. I couldn't take it anymore, all the manipulations, all the lies. I had to react fast and to clear my name. So I made a post on my FB page with a screenshot I took from her phone where they both admit it's his baby and agree to pin the pregnancy on me. Tagged her and captioned it, "I don't think so." In only a matter of minutes, the post exploded. And that was when all hell broke loose. She kept spamming me on Messenger asking me to take down the post, begging and pleading. Asking me to think about our child and not to embarrass her like that. My post got flooded with likes, comments, and my inbox was full of her family spamming me, calling me every name under the sun, and people who were curious and concerned about me. I refused to take the post down. Why would I? Even David snuck into my DM and typed, "Not cool, bro." Not cool? I don't think so. Pinning a child that isn't mine on me, now that is not cool. I managed to get a prenatal paternity test with the help of her parents who just wanted closure from all the embarrassment, and to find the real dad to pin the child support on him. The court decided that the baby wasn't mine, and my lawyer sent her a cease and desist to prevent her from putting my name on the birth certificate. Once it was all over, we went our separate ways, and now I'm in a very serious relationship with Angela, David's ex-girlfriend. The both of us have gone through so much in the hands of those two monsters that now it was only right we found love in each other's arms.